Hey guys, I'm trying to spray, but it's not going so hot. Dropped the left rear wheel of this thing into a hole, and I thought it was just a puddle. No, we put some drain tile in here a couple years ago. Clearly something's not right here yet. So anyhow, it's not that wet out. That shouldn't have happened. And honestly, last year I remember something about the same sorts, and somebody else dumped something in there, but shouldn't have done it. And now we just got to get it out. It all looks good. Just don't do anything that's stupid again, is what I gotta tell myself. I thought that this was that whole water puddle right there. I mean, what are you supposed to do? Drive around the whole thing?
Is there a broken tile?
There's gotta be. Hey guys, we're out here spraying. The new sprayer we got. Case Patriot 4440. Dad's out here running it. Got the tender truck here we got for a really good deal on an auction. Got them both for a good deal on an auction actually. Came from the same company. Gonna fill her up. Neighbors are over here planting too. But got this field to do. Does not take long at 120 feet wide. Going pretty fast, so let's get her filled up. Hey guys, it is side dressing time. We got the new sprayer this year, the Case 4440 Patriot, and we wanted to get some easy drops, it's called. Yeah, easy drops. And we didn't get them in time. We didn't get a hold of the company in time, like maybe 10 days before we needed them, and of course they're swamped, so we couldn't get them. So we ended up using the same thing as last year, and honestly they're working really good. For the price of $18,000 for the easy drops, these things were less than $1,000 for these things, and I don't know, they're working. It's really nice. We can go 120 feet because they're light and they're not heavy, like big and bulky and heavy like the true wide drop, like from EO 360. They're kind of EO 360. Those are kind of old-fashioned. They'll probably come out with something newer before too long, because them are just too big and bulky. But yeah, Jaren's over here doing putting nitrogen on. It's been a crazy spring again. Let me see, what was it? We got everything planted, and it was dry. Everything came up really nice and looked really good, and then it started raining, and then it got cold, and then it started raining some more, and but now it's dried out. It's warming up. Next week's supposed to be up in the 100 heat index almost. So yeah, it's really radical changes. So we're just trying to get the nitrogen on the corn. I know we had a lot of nitrogen leach away. Our agronomist did tissue samples. That's where you take some of the leaf of the corn and you sample it and see how much nitrogen is in it, apparently, or something. But he said we're low. We need to put extra on. We planned on putting some on, but he said you're pretty low. You gotta put some extra. And just wanted to show you what we were up to. I'll show you a little closer than Y drops. We call them Y drops, but it's just like a really cheap generic outfit that works. We had a couple of things. They weren't working real well last year, but we came up with a couple Johnny rigs to make them work. So they're working good. Hey, yeah. What are you up to?
I don't know.
I just went and picked Abigail up. She was at summer school, right?
For my second time this year.
Second time this year, yeah.
And there's 3 days left.
There's 3 days left. Yep. She's been busy with show calves and leading calves and dairy breakfast, which we need to do. Get that video done. Maybe you'll see it already by the time you see this one. You probably should have, because we got to get that done. But yeah, 120 feet at a time. It doesn't take that long. We got 5 semi loads of 28 with the ATS that we got to go through. So probably can do at least 2 today, maybe 3. Right?
Sure.
So what do you have to say?
I don't know. I just tell you.
I just put you on the spot, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's nothing special, but there's one missing there. Actually, it looks pretty darn good, but the corn just it needs this heat, and it needs to dry out a little bit because it got a lot of moisture just probably a week or two too early. If it would have been this tall when we got all that rain, it would have fared a lot better. But something's kind of eating on these plants. I don't know what this is. Probably some wild disease or something. Actually, there's a lot of them like that. See if I can find some more and point them out. See, that one's kind of shriveled up and that one's shriveled up. Maybe it was some chemical burn. 120 feet wide, that's 2 of our planter passes. And our planter is a 60-foot, 24-row planter. And he's going like 6.5 miles an hour. That's the thing with these things, they're not real heavy. You'll see that as they come to us. So if you go too fast, they'll want to ride up. But they're going pretty good. You see, it's dropping the nitrogen right next to the row. It's laying it right along the side of it. It's right where the roots can get a hold of it the easiest. Sprayer's been a pretty good investment so far. Saves. It's a lot funner to get in there and spray than it is a tractor and sprayer. But I mean, there was nothing wrong with that either, but the self-propelled is really nice. When you run corn down, you're not running too past the corn down either. I mean, you don't like running corn down, but it happens. Run way less down. I better get out of the way. He's a-coming. Ouch! Jared's smiling at me. Hey guys, how's it going? So, I'm filming the sprayer now. Just in that field where you guys just seen me, and so I'm right across the road here. Filling her up because I'm empty. Go through product in a hurry. 120 foot wide, putting fertilizer down. So, yeah. Pretty cool being 120 feet putting fertilizer, you know, it just eats away the tank. So there I can see how full the tank is here. 1,200 gallon capacity. So, a lot of weight in that bad boy. So it's full, and now I'm gonna put some air through this line to clean it out so it's all empty and light, so we can put it away and refill the truck. Because might be able to get partial fill up on there, but at least get the hose empty so there ain't fluid in there when I take it off. All right, we're
we're ready to roll. Got a bug in my ear. But yeah, let's go get this field done. And then on to the next, I guess. Right here we'll go. So there's a bunch of fields right here in line, all corn. Makes it pretty easy. You don't have to unfold and fold for every little field, or field, I guess. They're not too small, but let's go.
Trying to get like 4 different fields without folding the booms up. There's a big one over here that Jaren just did. This is the one I was talking in a little while ago. And now he's gonna go down here to this one. But I gotta get out of his way because he's coming down the trail.
We're trying to spray one-handed right now. See how it works, but I just don't need a joystick because I got one hand. Drop the camera if I do, but we're going. So far 20 acres in this field, and it got too much left. And then we're going on to about 160, 150 acre field next. Well, I'm at the end, so I'm gonna have to put you down. We'll speak at you later. All right, we're back here. Yeah, got a big field coming up next. We want to wait till, or we don't want to wait until it gets dark to open it up and get the headlands done, because it's a lot of acres on the headlands and it's hard to do the headlands at night. So yeah, it's hard to concentrate and talk at the same time. There's a lot of stuff going on that I have to watch. So I think we'll pick you up in a big field if we're gonna do it tonight. We'll see. Should be able to. I'm almost done here, so see you in a little bit. Hey guys, we're in the big field. It's the next day here. We quit last night. It got dark, couldn't see. Well, yeah, opened up a little bit and then we decided to quit. But we're in the field, bigger field I should say. 108.7 acres done so far this morning. It's about 9:30 probably. Things are going okay. Could be worse, could be better, I guess, but just kind of taking her easy. But yeah, I don't know, don't want to break nothing, so we're going pretty slow, or kind of slow, I guess. 5.5 to 6. At 120 foot wide, we're still getting a lot of acres covered, but there's a waterway here I gotta watch out. So for us, these are very long rows. It's kind of nice, you don't turn very often, you just go. And just gotta follow the corn row all the way straight so you're not running any corn down. Look in the mirror, see I'm not running any corn down. So, gotta be really careful, but getting her done. See, now we're up to 110 acres, and that was just a couple minutes ago. I said it was 108. Less than that, probably a minute ago. So, yeah, we're definitely knocking out some acres here. Hey guys, so we're in some later planted corn, and showing you it's pretty short, but we're gonna put it on because we got a lot of stuff coming up here this week, and you want to get the sprayer washed up because we're putting fertilizer on it. It's kind of corrosive, really corrosive actually, so just want to get the sprayer washed up. But it's short corn, and these cheaper Y drops we got for this year are working really good in them. Like, they're staying right in the row. They're kind of light and they want to ride up, so I can actually go a hair faster in here, but it's kind of hard for the sprayer to keep up going over 8 miles an hour. So keep her at 8, and puts out 30 gallons an acre. I'm trying to stay in my row here and film at the same time and keep the speed, but it's working, it really is. We're almost done. So got a couple fields like that are the short stuff to do, and then we're gonna go out that field where we did the waterways. It's kind of it's gonna be a difficult field to do just because it's a lot of different sections and nothing's straight out in that field besides one little piece in the big section in the middle. But well, I'm at the end, so I guess I'll pick the camera up in that field. We'll see ya. We're almost done. We're in the field that we did our erosion mats in right there, and we gotta show you something on them in a little bit. But
Yeah, got some repairs to do.
yeah, picked about the worst spot to film. It just drowned out corn from all the water. But yeah, so we made it work with these cheaper wide drops, you could call them.
Yeah, they actually worked really well. There's one thing, if we're gonna use them next year, which we might because the cost of the other ones, I mean, these things actually work really well.
Yep.
I wouldn't be scared to use them again, but we would change a couple things about them. One would be that adapter. You explain it, Jared.
So there's an adapter on these because our sprayer from last year has different fittings on it for the nozzles, right?
Yeah, for the nozzles. Yeah,
Yeah.
like a different style.
Different, yeah.
These are a Wilger nozzle body, and our other ones were T-jets or something. So the actual tip is different. So it won't just plug in. You have to get adapters, and those adapters are really chintzy. Yeah, we broke. How many of them we break?
10.
Yeah, a lot.
And we're done, aren't we? Unless we have one more spot.
No, we're done.
Yeah, we're done.
Okay.
Done putting nitrogen on.
Yeah. What we gotta do every time we get done is we gotta pull a nozzle or one of them off because it'll break when you fold it. So Jaren's gonna. He can't wait for the ladder. He does that every time. Like, yeah, that's all cool until your leg falls down in between that ladder. But he's young. But yeah, you gotta pull one of them off. Otherwise, when you fold it, it's what happens. It'll snap it off. So, just that's pretty much the only inconvenience besides them adapters. They're like a little this long. I could show you one, but you see that yellow thing on the end of that? That's basically would be your nozzle, and the hookup is different. So you got like an adapter on there. So like one style or the other, but they're cheap. So next year, if we could get some good ones like these, high quality, on the end of those hoses without having the adapters, I wouldn't be scared to run them at all. But I don't want to use them adapters again. Just a lot of fixing them. Wasn't that bad, but yeah, you know, just takes time. Erosion mats we put in, and as you can see, there's some damage. Got like 2.5 inches of rain in 20 minutes or something like that. But we got to fix all this.
It's actually gone.
What is?
You can't pull it back because here's the edge of it. Maybe not.
Isn't it just kind of crumpled up? Oh.
Might just cut one in half or something.
Yeah.
Well, let's go walk down here and show them the logs.
See how high the water got on this thing?
Down here is really good.
This was like a week or so after we planted it, before any of this grass came through here.
On the other side of the road there's a culvert come through, and a lot of water comes through here, and it was about 14 inches deep. That's what they said. Over these stakes. So right here, this is all gone. Look at them rocks. There was none of that. There was probably a good 6 inches of dirt there that got washed out. 4 to 6 inches, and exposed all the rocks because we were seeding in here and there was hardly any rocks showing. And now you have all these big rocks, and over here you can see it just ripped right out. And the inspectors that were here said that we did a good job stapling it down. And he also said that on these wobbles, that snake looking thing, that we put more than enough stakes in there. And down here it ripped them out. It ripped them 2-foot stakes right out. So there is, and also that's how we knew that there was 14 inches of water that came through, because he's like, yeah, it was over them stakes and they're 14 inches out of the ground, he said. And we'll show you right here what he's talking about. See all the sediment that came from up here? Stopped at the sediment filter wobble thingy, whatever you call it. I'm new to the landscaping. Anyhow, I don't think this is the bad one. Maybe further down's worse, but you can see the water was that high because there's debris up on them stakes. I would have really liked to have been down here to see all the water come through, but I would not have liked to have been down here when this happened. See all the hard work he put in. It was pretty hard work putting this in from all the way down there from the bottom, basically them trees, up to the highway. A lot of work just gone because of the rain, but If the rain would have held off even a week, it would have been perfectly fine because there would have been enough grass growing through that it would have held the mats in place. But now we got to redo it all. So you may be wondering why we're going to redo it, and why, because now there's some grass coming through. But the inspectors that came through, they seen it and they're like, yeah, you probably should redo that and to do it the right way. And we're, yeah, probably should. So we got to reshape some spots again and fix it up the right way. But even here you can see how high the water was all the way through. If it's that high there, it would water be this wide going through it because it's not that big of a dish if you're picking up what I'm dropping here. But a lot of volume down here as I'm making my way down is the even more impressive spot, because this breaker rock that we put in here got washed like 200 feet downstream. I'll show you our little driveway crossing. So here's our rock crossing so we can drive equipment across the waterway, and there's a hole about 2 feet deep. This was all nice gravel. You can see all the way down to the fabric barrier there. Just took all that rock and put it way down there, as well as ripped out these mats that were in here. Definitely did some damage. You can see our stakes are still here, and about every stake caught a rock. See, all these stakes caught a rock. Like the water was coming and just caught in there, and all them rocks came from right there. But here's a couple of skid steer buckets of rock piled up all the way down here, and then it just took out our wobbles right here. Just gone. From there over there, gone. Right there's the rest of it. So,
You know, that takes a lot of water. Were you saying that too?
yeah.
I mean, look at that pile of rock there. Look, this stuff is not little. And it carried it. That's how much water is coming down this waterway.
And there's
no
about,
wonder you got washed out.
there's another pile like this right over here, another 100 feet.
Yeah. Yeah, that all came from up here.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
like 250, 300 feet down there. Probably 300.
just nuts. I could not picture all this water just right. It's like a river. It is a river. I mean, it had to have been almost to the corn on each side. And just right down here. So here's, it's not like it's small rocks over here. I mean, look, you got rocks like this and this that made it down here, which is impressive. Yeah, I had been a really, really strong current. That's all I'm saying. Up there's the waterway. Here's some of the mats, landscaping mats, in the creek. That's crazy. That's something. I can't, you know, the water coming through this thing. This is not a very wide creek. It had been probably almost 10 foot deep coming through here. I'm sure there's some snakes that like living in here. But that's crazy.